Trojan Sports Now.
The Trojans are looking to continue their win streak as they prepare for the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. The women's basketball team will take on Georgia State over the weekend. The Trojans are currently 13-5 in conference play and have an overall record of 18-9. Georgia State's current conference record is 7-10, while their overall record is 12-14. The two teams met earlier this season in Atlanta, Georgia. Troy took the victory as the Trojans defeated Georgia State 96-87. And head coach Chandler Rigby said this game is going to be tough because of Georgia State's fight.
Has been the most talented team that we have in the Sun Belt Conference. I don't know what has happened in and out with them, why they're not at the top of the conference, but as far as talent-wise and a team that is tough for us to match up with, they're it. So if you want to come see us really have to battle and reach down deep to win another game, it would be that game on Saturday. It's our last game at senior night, and we would love to see a great crowd there before we take it on the road to our last home game and then on to the Sun Belt Conference Tournament.
The Trojans will look to defend their 6-game win streak.
With the season winding down, the Trojan men's basketball team is looking to salvage a couple of wins with its last 2 games. Coming off a loss Thursday night in Texas, the Trojans are in a must-win situation for the last 2 games of the season. Troy returns home this weekend for senior night to take on Georgia State in the final home game of the season. Georgia State is currently 12-5 in conference play with an overall record of 19-9. Troy's conference record is 5-13, while the season record sits at 10-17. Earlier this season, the two teams met in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia State barely edged the Trojans 77-72. The Trojans will take on the Panthers this weekend in Trojan Arena.
The baseball team has 3 wins in a row and will look to add to that as Southern Mississippi comes to town. Southern Miss will come to Riddle Pace Field for a 3-game series. The Golden Eagles are currently 3-3-1 on the season. The last game they played ended in a tie with Nicholls State. Troy is currently 6-2 on the season. This will be the 4th year in a row for the two teams to meet. In 2012 and 2014, Southern Miss won the series, but Troy took the series in 2013. And head coach Bobby Pierce said his team will have to continue playing well to win this series.
Well, we just tell our team one pitch at a time. You know, take the first game, one pitch at a time. They got power pitching. It's going to be a really good team. We're going to have to play really well, but we have been. So looking forward to the weekend.
Troy will look for the series win to split the 4-year contract with Southern Miss.
With a 9-7 record, the Troy softball team travels to Florida this weekend to compete in the Stetson Classic. Troy will take on Alabama State and Colgate to start off the tournament. Then the Trojans will take on Colgate again and then the host team Stetson. This will be the 3rd tournament of the year for Troy. In the last tournament, Troy went 5-1. The Trojans have a current away record of 2-2 and their neutral site record is also 2-2. Troy is riding a 4-game winning streak headed into this tournament.
The women's tennis team is looking to extend their 2-game win streak and is also preparing for their first conference match. The Trojans will host the Raging Cajuns of UL Lafayette over the weekend. The Raging Cajuns are currently 3-4 on the season. Their last game they lost 5-2. And Troy is currently 4-4 on the season. The last 2 matches have resulted in wins as Troy defeated Nicholls State and Alabama A&M. The two teams met last year and Troy defeated Lafayette 4-3.
The women's golf team is preparing for their 2nd tournament on the road. The women's golf team travels to South Carolina this weekend to compete in the Kiowa Island Invitational. The tournament features the nation's biggest group of competitors. Coach Bart Barnes talks to us about the excitement of this tournament.
We're going to the Kiowa Island Invitational. There'll be 36 teams there. They play it over 2 courses on 3 days. And, you know, it's the largest field in college women's golf. So, you know, it's a premier event. It's something we really look forward to. It's in a beautiful area of the country, right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. So it's something, you know, we kind of keep our fingers crossed for good weather. But the courses are great, the area is great, and the field is tough.
The women will compete at the Classic over the course of the weekend.
The men's and women's golf teams are in the middle of their seasons, but the teams are looking forward to something new.
The two teams are seeing the groundwork being laid for their new golf facility here on Troy's campus. With the 2015 season just getting started, the men's and women's golf programs are enjoying its recent upgrades to its facility. Coaches and players are most excited for what's still to come.
Well, we're just really excited to see the building construction started, seeing some block in the ground. You know, I know the guys and girls are really excited to see, you know, some piping, some PVC coming out where the water and all the drainage is going to be for the building. And, you know, it's taken up part of our practice tee for now. But, you know, just seeing the progress of that is really exciting.
A simple walk from the dorm or drive from the office, Both players and coaches have been looking forward to this for a long time.
Many years coming and a lot of people's dreams, not just mine, but players, former players, donors, and, of course, Dr. Hawkins and John Hartwell, our AD, and everybody involved. It's just been huge.
We're just excited to be able to come down there and have a place, not even to just play, but just kind of have some team bonding and, yeah, be able to hit when it's raining and have a bathroom down there. It'll be nice.
The addition of an indoor facility will be a great advantage to have for its present and its future players.
For us to be able to have that kind of land directly on our campus is huge. It's a big blessing to go along with it that'll house both men's and women's teams for locker rooms, a team room, 3 coaching offices for myself and Bart.
Be able to video my swing and kind of rehearse my swing, go back and forth and watch it over and over again and just fine-tune everything.
Whether it's a practice session inside or hitting balls outside on the range, this new indoor and outdoor facility provides that and more.
A day like today, when it's extremely cold, they know that, hey, today's not going to be a shutdown day. Today we're not taking a break because of the inclement weather.
We honestly can do everything, putting, chipping. Obviously we have 6 greens out here you can go to anytime, anywhere.
We have literally any shot that you can think of. We have it out here to practice from any distance, whichever way. You got to keep it low, get it high, turn it left, turn it right. We have everything here.
Colin Cahill, Trojan Sports Now.
Once again, the women's team will be competing at the Kiowa Island Invitational while the men have the weekend off.
Before we go, the Trojan Nation has the chance to see Troy University's cheerleading coach in a bit of a different light this weekend as she rubs elbows with professional wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Troy's cheerleading coach and Troy Trojan Vision alum Tiffany Chandler will be a contestant on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Challenge this Sunday night on CMT. Chandler also competes in professional fitness competitions.
She will be one of 8 contestants participating in a variety of physical challenges in the Texas desert. A preview of her episode shows her going head-to-head against a football player in one of the show's contests.
Chandler's episode of Broken Skull Challenge airs Sunday night at 7 on CMT.
That's all the time we have for Trojan Sports Now. Check us out online at trojanvision.troy.edu to catch anything you've missed.
For Colin Cahill, I'm Amy Austin. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Trojans!
Trojan Sports Now.